Pay attention, creepy weirdo.
I would like a strong, powerful woman to protect me.
He'll fight for America.
Yeah, Poopy Square. The Playable Characters Podcast. Hey!
Everybody, welcome to Playable Characters
Podcast.
Cast.
Hey, hello, Calvin.
Hi, Brian McGinnis. How are you doing?
Very good. Calvin Cateau.
Oh, thank you so much.
Bringing back our Afro Thunder. Level 130.
Shout out to Neil Charles.
Yeah. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. You know what would make me feel better?
What's that?
Is if people follow us on Instagram and contribute to our Patreon.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/playablepodcast.
There you go.
And give us money, every $5. Give $5, you get a reward.
You do.
Yes.
You get some fun bonus content.
Yes.
And there was a glitch on Chartable. And we just broke 45 million downloads.
Holy shit.
It's not true at all. I looked at it, I was like, wow, I'm going to screenshot that for the advertisers, for our sponsors, just in case.
Hey, we let that.
Yeah. Everything else, Retro Game Con in Syracuse, November 2nd and 3rd. We're going to be there. We have 2 free tickets to give away. If you're in the Syracuse area, if you know someone that is, let us know. And we tell us why you want 2 free tickets to the show.
Yes.
Besides, you don't want to pay for them.
Yeah.
If that's the reason,
that's
fine.
really the best reason. I'm not
pretty
going to
good
lie. I would give it away for that.
It's a pretty good reason.
Yeah.
Let's dive in. Speaking of whatever.
So I'm super excited because this is one of my favorite games. One of your favorite arcade games.
Dude, one of my I had this on my Commodore 64.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited they're here today. It's a very popular game in all the arcades, and it's crazy we got them in the studio.
Yes.
We have the bartender from Tapper.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, good. Very anxious because, I've been running around taking care of animals and aliens and Westerners, all kinds of people.
What a bar. What a clientele you have at that bar.
Yeah, it's wild. Like one minute there'll be like lots of people demanding drinks, and then the next moment there'll be aliens demanding drinks.
That is crazy.
That's weird.
It really is nuts.
First, what's your name? I forgot to even ask.
No, I like to go by Tapper, actually.
Oh, just,
okay.
Yeah.
Just Tapper.
Classic. I like it.
Why not, right?
Yeah, there are rumors that I have another name, but that was from another time.
Yeah.
I want to leave behind me.
Okay.
We like to get into that here if you want to.
Okay.
Maybe after a few minutes once you open up.
Well, okay, yes.
If you want to, yeah.
Do you feel uncomfortable because we're at a long table with 2 people at the end of it right now? Or?
Yes, I'm just like waiting for you guys to put money on the table and me to, the moment that I feel like, oh yes, you're going to get the money, you're going to get paid for tonight, you just smash your drinks and then I have to die.
Yeah. Is that what happens every time you drop? You glad you have a very tough boss.
Yeah, I have lived many lives and they've all been in a bar.
So is Calvin.
Yeah.
That's pretty much Calvin's life.
Begun and ended in bars. There's been a little in between, but it's the part I don't talk about.
Every now and then people get like a salad or just a plate of lettuce. What's up with that? You guys, your menu's very limited.
Yeah.
Do you have like a safety rating for that? Because, there's no A rating outside this bar.
Yeah, that's very true. We founded the bar before ratings were existent. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So you just grandfathered in.
Yeah. So, for instance, like if people started eating in a backyard years ago, no one's going to come and give them a rating. Yeah.
They should, though, probably. Right? I think the Department of, what is it, Health?
Yeah.
Did they give it out? FDA?
No.
Probably Department of Health.
I think it's Department of Health.
Yeah. Interesting. All right.
So since you're a bartender, do you know Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? Because she was also a bartender.
Oh, yeah. She, from what I understand, worked at a very different type of bar. Yeah. I think
Ugly?
Yeah. It was more a traditional type of bar where she was like pouring drinks and handing them to people and people would hand her money. It was less like people would throw empty cups at her regularly. Like, I'm sure that happened once in a while, but at my bar, it's kind of like that's standard fare. That's that's the part of the transaction is the throwing, the sliding. Yeah.
It seems fun. Like you watch like Cocktail or something like those, or I'm thinking of like just movies that have the bartender slides the drink down at the end so you got to catch it. It seems cool to do, but you guys took it to the extreme. Now, did some person do that and it just kind of caught on, or is your boss okay with this? Like, how does that? You got to Spent a lot of money in glasses.
My boss is a pretty absent owner.
Okay.
Yeah, he set up the place, and he lives in Europe actually. He just takes the checks that we mail and doesn't really check in on what's going on. And yeah, as you've noticed, one customer started sliding their drink when they were done with it instead of just, I don't know why they don't just leave it on the table. Frankly, yeah, that's how every other bar does it, and it seems
just walk away
to go well. But one person started doing it, and then another person saw them do it, started doing it. We became known as the bar where you could essentially almost kill the bartender or kill the bartender.
I guess that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Are there no bar backs at all, though?
No, yeah. Because the thing is, even though I get killed at work sometimes, I'm one of the rare people that can come back.
Yeah.
So they don't really need someone because I die, I'm back. Here I am. Yeah.
Wow. What does that feel like?
It's a very, very painful feeling, followed by a feeling of lightness and hope and renewal and excitement. You know, so it's like a lot of feelings all in one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Now, so does this absent owner of yours? Do you just send him a list hey, we broke 4,000 glasses this week, and he just buys them and he doesn't question that at all?
No. He actually loves buying glasses. It's like a great passion of his, especially Budweiser glasses. He loves Budweiser. So every time he gets the opportunity to buy more Budweiser glasses, it's exciting for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's keeping them in business.
Yeah.
Wow, good stuff.
The king of beers.
Hey.
Is that it?
Yeah, Bo is the king of beers.
Classic, you know.
I
It's
like champagne of beers.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, king of pop.
Yes, true.
It's a beer
Pepsi.
meant for chugging, because we're that kind of bar.
Yeah. Now, some people throw them fast. Some people just kind of willy-nilly throw them very slowly. I would imagine, what do you prefer? I know sometimes, obviously, you got to get the fast ones first, but do you want everybody to kind of do it all the same speed? Is it helpful for you?
Oh, it would be so much easier if they did it all the same speed.
I don't know if it kept it interesting for you or something.
Well, yes, of course, sometimes it is more interesting, but it also leads me to die sooner. And even though I get that feeling of renewal, the pain feeling, and there's anticipation of that pain. So when when
you see the plate falling in slow-mo.
I see it falling, and my body braces itself, and I'm like, oh, this again, again.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's okay? So you said that first it was quote unquote regular normal people, humans like us. How did the aliens find out? How did the wild Westerners find out about your bar? How'd that happen?
Well, our bar is actually interdimensional, so it actually simultaneously exists in New York, in Montana, and in Zephyr 5. So it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, and I also forgot outside of a large stadium. Yes, that's also one of the things.
Calvin, imagine going to a bar, picking up a Zephyr 5 person to bring home.
I mean, that'd be interesting. I'm not going to lie.
Have you seen that? Do interspecies go home with each other sometimes? Or?
Some inter-aliens do.
Yeah.
People tend to stick to the Western dimension. I'm waiting for the day, though, because, I can't be the only person who's going back and forth between the dimensions. If I can do it, other people can do it.
Maybe
totally.
You seem like a god.
Yeah.
Except for the death part.
They keep coming back, though.
Yeah.
You got something.
Yeah, is it a god thing or is it just really good health insurance?
Well, I can tell you it's not the tips because I'm not making a lot off the tips. It's like a genetic mutation of sorts that some people would say has godlike characteristics.
Interesting.
Yes.
So how old are you, Tapper?
Oh man, this life, all the lives,
Because
I often don't think of them as being one after another because they've happened, they're done.
You could have 10 in one night.
Yeah, I could have 10 in one night. Okay. So I would say, and it's tricky too because each time I regenerate, I don't know if you notice this, but the way I appear is as a 50-year-old man.
Yeah.
So I don't. I have a childhood in spirit, but not in actuality. Oh. So that also makes calculating my age a little bit tricky. Do you know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
start out.
So this handlebar mustache is not yours, you're saying? It's not really the way you identify?
I don't really see myself personally as having a true age or gender or anything like that. But just the way that the form that I regenerate in is 50-year-old man.
Okay.
That's
just,
very Doctor Who like. I like it.
That's Calvin's favorite too.
Actually, it is true.
He's not a member of my universe, but I've heard of him. Yeah.
So tell us about, I guess, if you remember, when you were a child, did you always want to be a bartender? Was this kind of like a summer gig and turned into your quote-unquote endless career? Or
Or you're just like an English major like me, and you were like, oh, I can't find a job.
Yeah. Well, I grew up on a farm, a bee farm, and
Bee farm?
yeah, and we would actually. People think most bee farmers they think honey, but we would just smash the bees,
Oh my
and that
God.
was
wait a bit.
that was the farming that we did. It
how
was
is
a bee smashing farm.
How is that farming?
Anything can be farming. If it comes from nature. And I was like, this life, I want to do something else. I don't want to be
else.
I want to go to the big city,
Yeah.
the big city.
Okay.
So I found myself in a local bar, and I realized that I had a knack for pouring beer in pitchers.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really only takes a slight movement for me
Yeah.
to fill up an
Sure.
entire pitcher.
That's good.
Yeah. Almost like 2 taps, one would say, or one even, to fill up an entire. Yeah, that my nickname, Tapper.
Hence your name. Yeah.
And what I prefer to be called.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to go back to the bee thing just for a second. Bees are very important to us nowadays. That's a whole thing. Save the bees.
Yeah, I really regret killing all those
You
bees
do?
now. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Whose idea was it to do? Was it your parents?
Yeah, my parents were big bee killers. They were big proponents of you see a bee, you smash it.
Oh my
You see it,
goodness.
smash it. Yeah.
Goodness. What about pollination? Were they not worried about like?
No, I mean we grew up with a lot of grass, so we didn't really worry about that.
So you're good, therefore you thought everyone else was good.
Yes,
Yeah.
we had a pretty small world.
Yeah, I guess.
It had not a lot of pixels in it. It was very green.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're in different dimensions.
Now I'm in different dimensions. Yeah, and different rules for different dimensions. So
True.
yeah.
Do other dimensions? None of them kill bees, right? I guess I would imagine alien bees are like enormous.
Well, maybe not, or maybe they don't even have bees. It's an alien world.
That's true.
They may not like even breathe the same air, really.
You think some hipster would go to an alien world without bees and be like, we need to bring bees here?
Oh yeah, of course. Like totally, that would be an annoying hipster thing.
Or Budweiser, or
We need
or root beer.
Yeah.
The king of bees.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did want to talk about that. So because I remember it used to be like
Right.
real beer, and then they had
Yeah.
to switch over to root beer.
Yes,
kids,
for
yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A&W. Was it A&W? Mug? I don't know.
I'm trying. They did have a sponsor though, right?
Right,
Was it Mug
probably.
or something? Yeah. So
Nah.
like, wait. So like, I mean, was that a different kind of mechanism? Because I mean, I know it's still kind of, I guess, one big tap pour. But.
Yeah, well, interestingly enough, I have almost the exact same job when it's root beer as beer.
Yeah.
You would think
I could believe it.
you would think that that there'd be a large difference there because the composition of the drinks is very different. But really, liquid in a cup. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Liquid in a cup.
Simple as that.
And the kids were demanding to come into the bar. They were demanding we could not hold them off any longer. So,
They're like, Mommy and Daddy spent all their time there.
Yeah.
And we want to go in.
yes, the powers that be were like, we got to let the kids into the bar.
So your boss
But-
opened a kids bar.
Opened a kids bar. Yes.
Just root beer.
Just root beer.
That's so 50s, I feel like.
Yeah,
It's not a
it
drink
is.
people like now, except our friend Ken.
Yeah,
No one
shout
likes
out
root-
Ken Schultz.
No one likes root beer.
I mean, I don't think it's bad. I'll drink it in an alcoholic drink.
You'll drink it if it's literally like the last soda left.
I'm
Right?
not sure about that. But I,
Coke? Yes.
You would not
Pepsi?
fit in at this bar.
Yeah.
yeah, I'd have to go to the grown-up tapper bar. I'm sorry.
Mhm,
Yeah.
That's okay. That's acceptable. It still exists.
Okay.
So who's tending the bar now? Do you have...
Oh, I'm still there in another form. I'm just,
Wow, she's like a god.
yeah.
You're like Dr. Manhattan. That's crazy.
I
Oh,
really
yeah, yeah.
appreciate the God comparison. I don't know
Sure.
if I can accept it, but I appreciate
Very
it.
humble
You
of
know?
you.
Yeah.
Very humble of you.
Yeah, I actually am in between lives right now. I thought I'd do this podcast while I was dead.
Oh, good timing.
Yeah,
You look great.
thank
Yeah.
you.
And your roast is coming out really clear on this microphone.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Now, when you're cleaning up the glass and the shards of all of the, is that you too? Do you wear? I don't see gloves. Like you just pick up the glass, or you have a broom?
Yeah, that's one of the requirements to work in this bar. Is you do have to be comfortable touching jagged glass, and you cannot flinch. You have to just reach right down, squeeze it, throw it.
Why squeeze it?
The man that I write letters to get more glasses, he writes back. Always in long form cursive. One of the things he says is squeeze the glass.
Wow.
Don't flinch. Grab it. Throw it. Don't let them see you cry.
I mean, he's he's set in his ways.
Yeah, he's set in his ways.
He's got a certain way to do things.
He does.
And he's a very intense owner to expect such an intense bartender like that to squeeze glass.
Did anybody else ever apply for this job?
We don't really have open applications.
Okay, you got it.
It's just kind of like if you are made to do it, you'll show up. One day you'll find yourself in that bar, and suddenly you won't be able to leave.
Oh, so you can't leave.
Yes, the thing is, like, if you're one of the beings that is meant to be in this bar, once you enter, the door that you came through is no longer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
See, now we're getting somewhere. That's crazy.
Yeah. You'll notice the patrons are much smaller than me in stature, so they still have a door that they can enter and exit.
Can you just crawl?
I am not really a crawl type person,
I guess not with all the glass on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. But you could escape if you just crawled?
I've never tried. I leave a lot when I die.
Might be worth a shot. Might be worth a shot. You just want to take the afternoon off. I don't know.
Yeah, or maybe if you want to. I mean, have you thought about doing something else after bartending? Like
Whew. Hard to say. I do have to tell you guys. I do have a family, so sometimes I'm like maybe I should see them. But yeah.
How did that happen? Is it an alien family?
Yes.
Well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's 2019.
It's me. It's I met someone on an alien planet, and we came together, and at
the same time.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, thank you so much. I didn't catch the double entendre at first, but I do agree with it. So I am yes. My grandchildren are actually
already.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Are actually the Mario brothers.
Really?
Yes. You see my face.
Wow.
And you see their faces. You're like,
mate, you know
that's true. That's crazy.
We had Luigi here last week. We can't get Mario. He's a dick.
He's so busy. He hasn't written me.
He's kind of a dick.
Yeah. He's not my favorite.
And that's that sucks too, considering they get their whole multiple lives thing from you.
Holy shit! This is all making sense.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Damn.
Yeah. They came from a planet. Italia. It's actually a planet. People think it's a country. It's a planet.
Wow.
Yeah.
This also makes a lot of sense.
Surprisingly, it does. Yeah.
Yeah. Mushrooms are the main course there.
Right.
So as you know,
and there are no bees. So.
No bees. Yeah.
There's no bees in the Mushroom Kingdom.
No, there aren't. None.
400 games. There's no bee enemies.
It's literally no bees.
Holy.
There are flies, but no bees.
But let me tell you, if they saw a bee, they would know how to kill it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
because
it's just in you. Right?
It's just in you. It's part of our family.
Instinctual.
Yeah.
So how do you send money to your family at home or?
Well,
do you make good money?
Part of the problem is I don't really make much money.
A few bucks a night, it seems like.
I make
it really good.
Sometimes people even leave change. People will leave me usually like $1 and some pennies. Yes. But you know what? I do it because I have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't do it for the money. And how I see it is everyone in my family is on their own journey where they're doing things they have to do. So they don't need my money.
I get it.
But do they need your company?
Could you crouch through the door if you don't want to crawl? Could you just crouch like...
You're tempting me, sir. You're tempting me that when I go back tonight, maybe I will...
It's right there. I feel like it's right there.
Squishy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, because crawling would hurt.
I've been a little afraid to try because I do have a large head.
I wasn't going to say anything, but it's... above average.
Yeah, and I feel like I could crouching maybe slide my body through.
Yeah.
Head.
Oh, you
I
might
don't-
get
I don't-
stuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've had your head on one side of a small door and the rest of your body on the other side, but it's not pleasant.
Well, Calvin's familiar with the glory holes.
I'm not actually.
Really?
Yeah, no, never.
Okay.
Never.
I'm sure you. I was gonna say you might.
Just in like silly 80s movies, the old glory hole. I have not had that. That'd be pretty crazy.
You never been like stuck in an elevator, like in between?
No.
Sounds just like a glory hole.
So your head, you could see a dimension, but back home your butt's in earth. You're saying.
Well, my head would be stuck in the back of the bar.
Okay.
And then
So you go
my
backwards,
body,
right.
yeah, so I couldn't serve the people.
They could serve you if you know what I mean.
And yes, but there would just be more and more catastrophe happening in the bar until I die, basically.
Okay.
If my head is stuck, but my body's.
Who cooks that food?
We have a cook in the back, off screen. They don't cook it so much as they put the lettuce on plates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That's all it is.
Yeah, actually.
This is a palate cleanser, I guess, between buds.
Yeah, we
These
don't want to
Budweisers.
serve anything heavy because people need to just open up their gullets and be able to take in massive amounts of Budweiser.
Yeah.
So nothing heavy. We don't want to
Okay.
serve like a turkey or
Of course not. Do many bars serve turkeys? Whole turkeys. Have you had any like those wing eating competitions ever? Like
Oh no,
Okay.
we don't. We're actually we're opposed to eating in general.
Yes.
I don't really do
lettuces
it.
as much as the
Yeah,
Okay.
if you need to eat a piece of lettuce at some point, that's your.
we got you
thing.
covered.
Yeah, but we don't recommend eating. We recommend drinking.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Are there bathrooms in this bar?
If you want to eat, go to Burger Time next door. Get
Petey Pepper.
yourself a stepped-on burger. Yeah.
The patrons do have restrooms that they can utilize through those doors that they come in and out of. However, I am instructed to urinate on myself.
Oh my God.
Yes.
This Tapper,
I mean, I don't want to get you in trouble with your owner, but I really feel like you should file some sort of Better Business Bureau thing because that sounds not legal.
we might have to just on our behalf.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Would you like us to help you out and get you out of this loop? or
it sounds a little unconventional.
I did.
But-
I do smell something now.
Yeah.
I apologize.
That's okay.
I didn't have time to change my clothing when I died, and
Sure,
it also might be that I am dead. So
Yeah.
that could be
I wasn't
part
sure what it was.
of it.
It's a pea dead smell.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Wow. I think
But yeah, I mean,
This is giving me a lot to think about because people usually don't empathize with me as much as they're like, more beer,
right.
maybe $1 tip here and there,
Yeah.
a thrown glass
Yeah.
here and there.
Right. It's not a good way to live.
No, it's not a good way to live. I mean, it's been my way for so long though,
Right.
and
there are other ways.
Are there though? Like when you're born, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
And then what happens to you guys when you're born?
We grow
we
up.
go to
some
school,
go to school.
School.
and then
Learn
Like
stuff.
bartending
to learn.
school.
No,
like just
you
like-
learn math and science.
yeah, like
and
just like a
how to
regular
write,
primary school
How to write cursive.
What is math and science?
Like adding.
math. Okay, so it's like how like there's scores that pop up like when you serve
yes.
really well,
Yes.
and then like those scores go up. So like math is used to like make that like go from 300 to 500. Like it's like you add 200.
You can your score goes up
Yeah.
when you do math.
Sort of, yes. Like your intelligence score goes up when you do math.
Okay. Yes. I don't. I'm
I know it's
from an era where we didn't have intelligence scores, other life scores, other scores. We just had one score. Yeah.
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 Which, by the way, what do you do with those scores? Like, can you convert those scores into money, or is that just like?
I just see them and I clap my hands. Yeah.
It's true.
Sometimes I do a little dance.
Right. Oh.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the salsa dancers that randomly just come out. Like who,
My ladies. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I forgot about them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's to distract the crowd, so they
to
stop
distract
drinking
the
for a
crowd.
fucking second.
Does distract me sometimes though, so
Sure.
it doesn't always help. Yeah.
And what a catchy song.
What a catchy song. Yeah.
The
The classics, we only play the classics in this bar.
The classic.
Yes.
The classic, if
Yeah.
you will.
Yeah.
After my wife left me,
wait.
I actually developed a relationship with those dancers. They're actually one being. I know they can appear to others as four, but they're
Oh wow.
it's one thing. Yeah.
Is that like an 8-legged thing? Oh, that's scary.
Yes. I think she's very beautiful.
Well, yeah,
I think
got
she's
that tight dancer bod, but it's like a spider.
Yeah. Yeah.
It terrifies me.
Where people are a little surprised when they see us come into diners and things
I bet.
together, because I'm like a tall 50-year-old man with a woman's voice, and she is a 4-woman with actually each of them has a voice, a very different pitch, but when they speak together, it's like a harmony.
Oh wow.
That actually sounds really beautiful.
Wait,
yeah.
I thought you said you couldn't go to diners.
Only on special occasions.
that's nice.
Yeah. I don't think of special occasions as like a normal.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, so the bar does close then on like, I guess, holidays or
It
other.
is
bar-
just suddenly not there. It's like, it's not like, oh, well, here's my calendar. Here, I'm waiting for, Labor Day. It's like I'm there and then I'm not there.
Like you look like a black hole or something.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah. I am in an
I wanna
expanse
visit.
of time. Mm.
Yeah.
I kind of want to visit.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Yeah,
go
me
to
too.
I'll go to the root beer one.
I will go to the beer one.
All right, done.
Yeah, you know me.
Are you a Bud guy?
You better be. That's the only beer
all
we
I
have.
got.
Yeah.
Bud and lettuce.
Yeah.
Is there a name for the bar?
Bar.
Why not?
Yes.
His owner's got some explaining to do.
He's a genius.
He just
Yeah.
had, I feel like he just had money and like I want to open a bar and like that's as far as he thought.
Open a bar named Bar, get a tapper named Tapper.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, like many long rows of tables with just taps on the end of each. Yeah, that's all you need to start a bar.
It's not a bad idea too to have the tap at the end of each table.
No,
What's to stop the people from just self-serving themselves? They're just fucking drunk already.
there's an electrical current on the end of them, so if the people were to touch them, they would
my
become
God.
electrocuted.
It's like a
That's some
collar.
high security.
It's
Yeah.
like a collar for dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why they're so angry. A lot of them have been electrocuted at the bar.
I'm actually totally fine with that idea to keep people in check.
Oh yeah, totally.
Just electrocute them every now and then.
Oh yeah. I mean, I wish we could do that for like bus and train doors.
Oh my! I was just,
Like-
just gonna say, people pushing to get into the stuff before you get out.
Yeah.
No, you get shocked.
Oh yeah, totally.
I
I'm
love
totally
that.
down with that. Like, no, fuck off.
Yeah.
Calm down. It's too late.
Yes,
Oh, but-
I'm very pro electrocution myself.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you're immune to it. You're safe.
I get a little shock also, but I'm used to it. So
Wow.
for me, it's just a little like, here we are. We're still alive.
Okay, back-
still kicking.
back to work.
Yep, back to work.
Wow.
Throw the beer. Run to get the tip. Run.
Yeah.
Run back. Run forth.
Do you think if you had a more leisurely outfit, you got the bow tie, you got the vest, you got the tight pants, do you think it would help if you just had like, I don't know, shorts and a tank top on?
Oh.
Brian, you in shorts.
She's got to run back and
You
forth.
just love shorts
I
so
do love
much.
shorts.
But see, part of my problem is that clothing is actually fused to my body. Yeah.
Well,
so I
from,
can't.
from the pee?
Partially. Yeah.
Pee
But
electrocution.
Oh yeah, all that
the
combined.
electrocution,
The glass
yeah,
somehow.
the glass, yeah. It's it would take a surgeon to get me in shorts and a t-shirt.
Ask Dr. Mario.
Oh, I don't. He's been even snootier since he became a doctor. So
A fake doctor.
yeah, a fake doctor. Yeah.
It's a pill pusher.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, we got to get him on.
He's not a real doctor. He's like
He's
very
not.
bad doctor.
Yeah, very bad.
Yeah.
What else do you want to? Is there anything else
I
you want to tell us before we wrap up?
Yeah, like have you ever
soon?
thought about like writing a
com-
book about your experiences or like like
Oh.
sometimes they have bartenders manuals. Have you thought about doing that?
Oh yeah, I'd
Pretty-
love to. I'd love to. I could write a whole book on how to pour Budweiser and how to
It'd be
pour
pretty-
root beer.
It'd be pretty quick, pretty short.
But it could still be a book.
Yes.
Pamphlet maybe,
Yeah.
flyer.
It could be
Picture
like one of those
book.
Paris Hilton books where it's like just like page of writing and then just pictures. So it gives you pictures of you serving people.
Yeah, absolutely. My work is very visual.
That's true. Yeah.
All right, well, before we leave, would you mind playing a different kind of game with us?
Want to play a quick game with us?
Yeah,
Let's play a game of
games.
Wed, Bed, Dead, everybody. Yeah.
Oh.
So we're going to play a game here, Tapper. We're going to give you 3 video game characters.
Okay.
You're going to tell us who you want to wed, who you want to bed, and who you want dead.
Oh.
Sound good?
Oh.
I'm sure you've played the old F, Marry, Kill game in the past.
I have, yes.
Yeah.
I'll admit that. I'll say
doesn't?
that I have, yeah.
So his first one, from Injustice 2, we got Harley Quinn.
Oh.
You know her.
Yes.
A psycho clown.
Yes.
What's her real name?
Joker's girlfriend, Harleen Quinzel.
Harleen Quinn.
Looks like many of my patrons.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Fit
She
right in
does.
at the bar. Yeah.
she's got a terrible voice. She's super annoying.
Yeah.
High pitched, but man, can she kick
She's got like a
ass.
very old school Brooklyn voice. But very fun, very flattering, nice.
I guess, sure.
Well, if you're into baseball bats and
If you're into baseball bats.
yes,
Oh.
and
Are you?
mallets and guns.
Bat, I like an occasional bat.
So there's Harley Quinn. Next one from Street Fighter, one of Calvin's favorites, Fei Long.
Oh,
Fei Long is basically a
Oh.
Bruce Lee ripoff, would you say?
yes, yes, he is.
Ripped.
Bruce Lee ripoff from Hong Kong.
He's got the big Cavarici pants,
Yes,
the MC Hammer
that
pants.
is a very that is
You
a
know?
reference. Nice silk slippers.
He's got slippers on.
Yeah.
He does those. What is he? He's got the dragon kick.
Yeah, he's got the fiery kick. He spins upwards.
Yeah.
So
Now,
if you like that,
this may be premature,
No.
but
go for it.
I have to say he is going to be the one that I have to say dead to, just
Ooh.
because
Aw.
no shirt, no shoes, no service. You can't.
Does that mean
He's
death,
wearing
though?
no shirt, no shoes. He
That's-
cannot come into my bar. If you
that's
can't come
right.
into my bar, you can't. We can't hang.
I mean, that's fair. That is very
Sure.
fair.
Yeah.
I really can't argue with that. That's a really.
Well, let's see. The last
Okay.
one.
Okay. If
Very
this one
weird.
is not wearing a shirt or shoes, I would be very conflicted.
They are, and it's a
Oh,
duo.
no. Oh,
it's
no.
the Ice Climbers.
The ice climbers.
So this is
Oh, they are
full
wearing.
coat.
They're wearing both shirts and shoes and parkas.
Yeah,
Yes.
full
Oh,
winter
okay.
uniform.
The opposite extreme.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're one of the most frustrating Nintendo games of all time, and
Yeah.
also Super Smash Brothers, who I actually enjoy using in Smash. I kind of like using
Really?
them.
I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah. So
and
they,
what-
and they also have 2 giant mallets
Yes.
and
Yes.
hammers. So keep that in mind. Too. Harley's got her mallet, and so do them. So
Oh.
Wed, Bed, Dead.
This is tough
Tapper.
because 2 people with mallets, and I could use someone with a mallet in my life.
What would you do with
because,
the mallet?
I would honestly like someone to, when customers are getting to be a little bit too much, just hit them on the head for a moment. Just put a little birds around their head for a moment, so I can collect myself.
Like the
so
good
I
old
can
cartoons, like
Yeah.
Sylvester the Cat.
Yeah, just calm them down a little bit. Don't kill them. Calm them down.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say, because 2 for the price of 1, wed the
Ice Climbers?
Ice climbers.
Oh, that's smart.
Ice climbers.
Yeah.
2 for the. And you know how I have a thing for greater numbers of people. You know,
Yes.
like the dancers are a greater number of people in one. And then that means what was the other way to phrase the naughty word? Not
Wed, Bed,
Menage
Dead.
a trois.
bed,
Oh,
bed.
sorry.
Instead of F.
Because of the 3. I'm sorry.
I understand where you're coming from.
You understand where I was coming from.
That was the
Yeah.
most tame thing Calvin could have said for that answer. I surprised you to be like, throw out one of your crazy,
Yes.
crazy things.
So
So, yeah,
I would
excuse me.
bed Harley Quinn. However, I do have to warn her I don't own a bed, so it would have to not be in a bed. It would just be in the darkness that is in between the last row of bar when I go
Yeah,
up,
okay.
and I'm in the back area that's just total darkness, and then you come up the
Wow.
front. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That
Oh yeah,
area.
no, totally. Yeah.
Yes.
Every gay bar has that cruising area.
Yeah.
It's like that like, weird layer of darkness.
Yes. Yeah, I would invite her over to my lair of darkness. Yeah.
She's got one of those psych couches, probably the therapist couches.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of like a bed in a way. You can lay on it. I'm saying. All right, so you're gonna bed Harley, wed the Ice Climbers.
And then no shirt, no shoes in service.
I truly don't want him dead. He just, you can't come into my bar without.
You can't see him ever.
Yeah, so I can't see him ever.
That's a terrible
yeah.
relationship.
Yeah,
It's forbidden love.
it is. Yeah.
Those are all great answers, by the way.
I mean, that's a very logical. Yeah.
Calvin, you can go next.
Okay. I would definitely not menage a trois with ice climbers.
They do look a bit young.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing.
They're very weird.
They're very weird, and they're very young. I don't know, how old are they?
Well, technically
they're like,
should be in their 40s, but who knows?
Yeah. But they look 10.
They were children in 1986.
They look like children.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't do twinks, so they're gonna have to be dead. I'm sorry.
I don't screw them. I just kill them.
Perfect.
I'm just trying not to get in trouble with the law.
Wow.
So yeah, dead.
All right.
I would bed Harley Quinn.
Wow.
Just because mainly because I would wed Fei Long. I mean, because he's a provider. Mm-hmm. He flies a lot, so he clearly has frequent flyer miles. We can travel together. Okay. He's a movie star technically.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a movie star. So
they really ripped off Bruce Lee.
Yeah, like literally.
All right.
So, and movie stars again. So like I would be like, a movie star's husband. So I'm like famous by association without having to do all the interviews and press con and Scientology. Okay. So yeah. So wed Fei Long and bet Harley Quinn.
Interesting. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I mean you don't want to be married to Harley Quinn, do you?
No.
It's a tough marriage, yes.
Just call him Mr. B.
Mr. B.
Right. But
then you would have a bat because you'd both get the bat in the wedding.
Yeah, well,
that's true.
What else does she have? She just has a just a bat, right?
A bat, like a pop gun. Oh, a lot of guns actually. She has a lot of guns.
Too many guns.
And not in this day and age.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna bed Harley in this situation here, but this next one it is interesting. Because but then you like the cold. You love
don't
the
like
cold.
Heat.
Love the cold.
So,
but
you also.
But then I got two of them to deal with.
Yeah. Which
could go either. They're both great.
And they don't wear shorts, so I'm just putting that out there.
It's wear parkas.
Then they seem like they'd always take each other's side. Like they just seem very close.
Oh, yeah. Good
That's
one.
True. It could be like Big Love. You don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Man.
Maybe you have to move to Utah. Who knows?
Is it cold enough for them in Utah?
Oh yeah, Utah's mountains.
In the mountains, I have to live in the mountains.
So you'd have to live in I guess where is it, like Park City or whatever?
I get no Wi-Fi then.
Oh yeah. We get very deep on the show.
I can't play my Google Stadia then without my Wi-Fi. I will. I'll wed Fei Long.
Yay!
In this because again, fighter. Yeah, traveling's cool.
Movie star.
Yeah, I guess that is a nice perk.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'll dead these weird ass ice climbers. Unfortunately, in another situation, I might have wed them.
You would have wed that.
I may have in a different cast of 3 characters here. I don't know.
But what would you two do together?
They teach me to snowboard, toboggan, maybe.
Well, that's okay. We do have many lives, so you may still get to marry them.
I like going down hills, and I just don't get to do it very often. Like in a tube, like a snow tube. That's fun. I just don't get to do it here in fucking New York City.
I feel like you grew up in Vermont. Meanwhile, you grew up in Long Island.
Yeah, I only did it a few times, so that's why I'm saying it's rare.
I shouldn't lie. It is really fun. When I went to school in Connecticut, it would ice over, and we would steal lunch trays and slide down the hill in them.
Oh my goodness,
it's so fun.
Do you hear that? The law just got you in trouble. Tapper, this is first of all one of the most iconic characters. I think everyone knows.
Thank
who you
you,
are.
thank you.
Really, this is amazing.
Thank you so much for using your limbo time with us. I really appreciate it.
There's so much unknown about you. And I hope this helps a lot. I think people will start to understand that. Maybe they'll start to not throw their glasses at you. Maybe they'll finish the lettuce instead of just wasting it.
And maybe Mario will call you, like a good grandson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been so great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming, and everybody else.
We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Today's playable character is portrayed by comedian Laura Merli. If you're in New York City, please check out her show Epic at Cherry Tree Bar every second Friday in Brooklyn.